Everyone, we're the Bearded Bastards with the Villains Man. This is our 5th edition D&D game, The Ancient War Reborn. I'm your DM, JBD.
Hey guys, I am Evan the Great from the Villains Demand. I am playing your Elven Bard, Luda Silverstring, and we are in a tight situation. And not Vesperr. That don't mean Vesperr.
I'm the Bearded Wonder with the Villains Demand, and I'm playing Vesperr North, the Moon Elf Rogue, and it's going to be interesting.
I'm Smiley with the Villains Demand, playing Order Dwight Hamlet. The best is going to happen, just in general.
Okay. Vesperr, give me the recap.
Alright, so we had used the teleportation circle and came to Waterdeep, and we were met by Leosin, and he took us to a safe house and told us not to do anything stupid. And he didn't want us to go out and be seen by anybody because people might be looking for us after the incident in Loudwater. And so me and Luda snuck out while
That's actually what he said not to do.
while Roland Ivor had dinner with his parents, and Orid was smithing. Is that what you're doing?
I was working on a thing.
He was working on a thing.
Yeah.
And so me and Luda took off and went to the seedy part of town and went to a shop called the Black Vial.
The Black Vial.
The Black Vial. And got me a poison kit, and there I ran into 3 Zhents known as the Wise Men. And they came at us and said that they wanted peace. They gave me my mother's ring. They had told me they wanted to talk. And the meeting is set for midnight. And then me and Luda went back to the safe house that the Zhent had already known about and told everybody what was going on, and told the Ocean that they had wanted us to bring him as well.
Alright. Are you wearing that on your pinky?
Yeah.
Because it's pretty small. It's made for a woman.
Right, I know, right?
Before we start session 27, Vesperr, do you care to give a little history into why you hate these people so much?
Yeah, the Zhent, they killed my entire family as far as she knows. Her father and mother owned a restaurant, entertainment kind of thing, and her mother got sick, and her father, they couldn't get any cures, and her father spent all their money pretty much on trying to find a cure for her mother. And then she finally passed away, and there happened to be someone in town who was able to bring people back to life. They were passing through, and so he went to the Zhentarim and took out a loan to bring her back.
That all you giving?
Well, he couldn't pay it back because the wise men came to collect when he got behind on the payment and burned down the establishment, the restaurant. And then Vesperr was sold into slavery, and her father was killed in front of her, and she has no idea what happened to her mother or her brother.
Classic.
Wow.
D&D tragic backstory.
Yeah.
But early in the game, you were bribed by the Zhent.
Yeah.
They tried to tell you your mother was alive, and they would take you to her if you would sell your friends out, and you did not believe them. You decided that, no, I'm going to stick with these guys.
Yep.
So, never found out if your mother was dead or alive. So, unless you guys got anything to put together, we're going to go ahead and roll towards midnight.
Yeah. Ready as we'll ever be, right?
You know, living after midnight. So,
Can I take my spells around?
I don't care. You've had plenty of time to do that. Sure. Don't take anything that's going to help you if all hell breaks loose.
I was replacing Sydney
With
Thunderstep.
okay, that's fine. Cool. Oh yeah, something that's going to help. Gotcha. Okay.
Well, she has Sydney.
That's, okay.
We haven't, yeah.
I got you. Wink, wink. I got you. I see what you're doing.
Wink, wink.
I'm
just giving you
I spent the
shit.
money for a scroll for it, so
Yeah.
I'm
Okay, so
I would like to before we go to our midnight meeting, I want to send a message
Two.
to Harshnag.
Harshnag. You gonna try again?
Yes.
Okay, roll me.
This is an important message.
Roll me a Constitution save.
So I hope I hit this.
You gotta concentrate here. Remember, Order beat that DC by 1
know.
the last
I
time.
think I rolled like
I literally
It was 26.
I got to roll really high.
It was really high.
I will burn an inspiration possibly to get this through. I'll tell you what. 17.
Plus your Constitution?
0.
No. Okay, yeah. So nope.
Could get through.
I mean, it rattles you as you try to
I would
break
try if I
through.
just got rid of Cindy.
I'll let y'all know that I tried to send a message to Harshnag. I was going to let him know what we're about to do, and if he don't hear from us, then the Zhentarim probably captured us.
Okay, but your spell fails.
To be fair, it wouldn't be the first time we've been captured.
Well, I mean, just so somebody in the Greenfields Company knows, besides who's going to be in there.
It would actually be like, what, the third, the fourth time? That would count them.
Happens a lot.
Yeah. Hey.
And then I go with Vesperr. Sorry, I'm a role player off the bat. So damn it.
What's the point of the game?
Until I put my hand on her shoulder, put my hand on Laura's shoulder. Says, no matter what happens here, because I think it might be bad. Remember, you're with family. I look at each one of us, and I don my blade.
You don it?
Well, I'll put it up. I sheathed it.
Did you pull it out and you're like,
I'm looking at my blade when
Put
I'm
it
talking
back.
to him, and I sheathed it.
Alright.
Yeah,
I'm
we
going
all
to
cross
tell
our
Snurk to
swords. Three
stay here
musketeers.
because we don't know what's going to happen.
Okay. So you keep the snare here, Ruger in the
Could write a
bag.
letter with Snurt, telling him to bring us to somewhere if we don't return.
No, you've got somebody right there. Something happens, start.
Yeah, we can give them a letter telling everybody what happened.
Yeah. You got a little goblin running around
Is he not
Waterdeep.
right
Everybody's
yet?
trying to catch him.
What?
Is he not right yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's taught him a lot of stuff. Snur's been with you for a long
Yeah.
time now.
His intelligence is 11.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Is he smarter than Roland?
See, when I have to practice every day with Sword of 1,000 Cuts, I just practice with Snurk.
Yeah. It teaches you how to fight, you know. All right. So,
Snurk's going to be like an Eldritch Knight.
so you head back to the seedy alley where the black bile is. Anybody tense, on edge? Roland's very alert. He's like looking around, trying to see if there's anybody about. But everything seems pretty clear as you make your way there. No one's casted any spells on themselves, so you don't get the effect as you walk through the door.
I imagine that they would have told me that happens.
Yeah, we took it yesterday.
As you walk through, the clerk, this older man that you had talked to earlier, Vesperr, he said, took your weapons at the door.
I have to put more in my door.
He looks at you, he says, the bag. He's looking at you guys. This is a place of peace.
My rapier.
This is neutral ground.
You have their weapons?
I could have spent.
You ask him?
Yeah.
He'll pull out this spear that you know that Ragbach has always used, and he'll pull out from under handle, and he's like, he'll show you. And you've seen him, you know the spear. You've seen it before. He'll put it back under a counter. He tells you this is neutral ground.
Okay.
I put my rapier up there, put my longbow up there.
So you put these out, you notice that he pulls a bag out. He puts your bag underneath the counter.
Yeah.
He puts the rest of your bag in
I
his
forgot
bag.
my heavy repeating crossbow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and he's putting them in a bag, which you would now realize is a bag holding. And he ties it up and he puts them under the bag, under the counter. Are you all your weapons? You realize this, right? Yeah, daggers,
I get
whatever.
my dagger.
Yeah, I mean,
So it's not a handed dagger?
you can trial this guy, but I'm telling you, if you do, it's gonna turn out bad. It's a place of peace.
Uh,
Neutral
I
ground.
did say it was neutral.
Yeah, it's
I
neutral
will
ground.
keep my shields.
Come on, for all these mafia movies and stuff you've been watching, you should realize neutral ground is neutral ground.
Neutral ground, okay.
Vesperr.
But also they lie too sometimes. Alright, so I'll go ahead and,
Nope, you don't have to struggle.
yeah, I'll give them up.
And,
Basically, I figured this is the guy that passes down, right?
Leos takes his short sword out and just kind of tosses it on the table. He's like, that's all I got.
I'm sitting there getting all 4 daggers out, sword of 1,000 cuts.
Yeah, just throwing all this stuff on the table. He just kind of looks at you like skeptically, like, is that it?
I'm like, you can check me.
And he'll just put them all in this bag. He says, rooms in the back corner. He said, grab the third book on the left.
Alright.
Oh yeah.
You go,
I get a nickel without to look that way.
and there's a small thing of books on this shelf beside this corner. Grab the third book. Leosin pulls it, and the door slides open. And there's a tunnel that leads down. You follow it?
Yeah.
I want to let Leosin lead.
You let Leosin lead
Oh,
you.
that's gonna lead.
You can let him lead, but
What's
My
this Vesper's
assumption-
thing?
my worst nightmare is starting to linger in my mind. What if he's on the other side?
Then why would you want him in front? Put him in the middle.
Let's see if he knows how to get
No,
around
if he's in
here.
the front, we can kill him with spells.
See, now Ward is outnumbered on this because he doesn't think the oceans with his control.
I don't know what he is right now. He's just. It lingers
Well,
because
let's make the order.
We'll-
Vesperr,
he also told us the
Leosin,
safe house, nobody knew where it was.
you-
They knew exactly where it was.
Okay, yeah, let's go. Let's do it.
Okay, that's fine. Like, I trust him, but I don't, at the same time, I got, I'm
you've
worried.
been speaking to Vesperr too damn much.
I know.
That's for paranoid about everything.
And then the Harper's told me not to trust Vesperr.
So, what are you doing?
Going in.
Okay, so who's leading? Let's put it this way.
I would say Vesperr would be.
I am.
Alright, so Vesperr leading.
All right.
You might see my fingers kind of like twitch a bit, like getting some arcane magic flow.
Vesper's leading, I'm getting behind Vesper.
There's lit torches that light this staircase. It probably goes down about 15 foot. And when you walk in, Vesper, your blood boils. You get angry as you see what's before you. And there sits the 3 wise men. They're all standing behind this table. It's Oth, Raglock, and Adhoran. And in front of them, at a table, sits a woman's face you know too well. That's Akria Scassus. She's the one that's caused all this for you. And she's a tiefling. She's got a small pair of horns that stick out of her red hair. And she smiles as you come in. And she introduces herself and her men. And with them is a cloaked figure. She says, Leosin, I've heard much about you. It's finally nice to meet you. And he says, well, the pleasure's all mine. You seem to know where me and my friends are at all times. And she says, we have our way of knowing things. And he kind of smiles. He says, I do too. And he kind of turns around and he looks at you, Vesperr, and gives you a wink. And he's like, I'm assuming my associates need no introduction. She said, none needed. She says, Leosin, Vesperr, sit. And there's 2 chairs on the other side of this table.
I'll take a seat.
She said, so, my boys had come to you talking about peace. And peace is what I want. Vesperr, I hope that you can put our past aside and think of the bigger picture. Think of what is threatening all of Toril now. Obviously, you guys know what it is. You have been battling it. You found the other problem with the giants. I'm hoping that has went well for you. You did manage to thwart some plans that we had at Loudwater. So that's when I finally began to keep some tabs on you. But we want peace. We want the same thing that you guys want. We do not want the cult of the dragon to raise Tiamat. As
You just want to make a profit.
no profit, no.
I made a
As I
profit.
oft told you earlier tonight, you know, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. And we come to you here as friends. She said, I'm assuming you've checked your weapons at the door as we did.
Mm-hmm.
We come here to hurt no one.
Okay, so what do you want?
She says, a seat on the Lord's Alliance.
Look, Vesperr, is it this me? What does everybody want this damn chair?
I'm gonna look at Leosin while I'm just
I
laughing.
mean, don't we have so many chairs
She
we can
looks at
pass
you
around?
seriously.
Really? Really? What do you want?
To be fair, we didn't laugh at the Pharaoh giant that said the same thing.
A seat on the Lord's Alliance.
And why would we even try to get you a seat on the Lord's Alliance?
I have many things that you want.
Like what?
A chimichanga.
I gave you your mother's wedding ring.
Yeah, but it was missing a mother.
Was it? And about that time down the stairs,
Oh boy.
here comes a Zen agent. And behind him is your mother. She said, token of good faith? What do you do, Vesperr? It's her, and when she looks at you, she begins to cry.
Oh fuck.
She said, you had all right to believe us when you were in Albertus. All you had to do is go to Scornoble. She's like, but I understand. Things were still tense between us. You hold a grudge. Very much. She's like, but here she is. Well, not injured. Well taken care of. Not malnourished. Good health.
Well, what about my brother?
Honestly, I don't even know where your brother is.
What happened to him?
I cannot tell you. I do not know. It's like, we had a bit of trouble.
Can I inside check her?
Sure. We had a bit of trouble a couple years ago, and a caravan that we were on was raided, and he was lost. And I do apologize. 17. You kind of believe her.
So he was killed.
By understanding, yes. We had no one that made it out alive out of that. So, I mean, you do have my apologies. Your mother has come to terms with it. And, I mean, your mother, she's looking at you and she's trying to gauge your reaction because you've not done anything. And she's over there just like tears, like she's holding back her emotion because it's almost like you're being emotionless right now.
That's what Vesper's trying to do right now. Be emotional.
And you can tell that it's hurting her.
May I check her?
Akria, she says, go ahead, be my guest.
Let's probably make sure it's your mom.
She's like, but you do know magic doesn't work in here.
I still can check for, make sure there ain't nothing wrong with her.
Be my guest.
I will thoroughly check her and check for other things at the same time. So I will roll a heal check to see if she's
Medicine.
wounded, or medicine, to see if she's wounded in any way, shape, or form. Oh, that's a shitty heal. That's an 8.
You go to try to touch her, and she kind of backs up a couple steps. She doesn't know you.
I'll tell her it's okay. You can trust her.
And she's trying to hold back her tears, but I mean, she's very emotional. Like, she's looking at you, wanting to embrace you, and you're just being emotionless. And she's very hurt, and she's very confused about everything. And Leosin's just looking at you like, what the fuck is wrong with you? She's right here, you know?
Yeah.
And all you can do is, all these ants just have smiles on their faces. She's like, Vesperr, this is a happy time for you. It's a family reunion. I mean, and here she is, and you won't even accept her. Would you think I would lie to you?
I think you're the right to her, to be fair.
She's like, you don't even know me.
Exactly my point.
She's like, so how do I know none of this is a lie from you guys then? I need you to trust me just like I am trying to trust you.
Again, she does have a point.
Okay, so
Leosin,
Your mother, that's
Leosin's, he says, that's a good start. What else do you have? Anybody trying to stop him from talking here? Because he is very serious now.
she's willing to see all the Lord's Alliance. He should be serious.
Yeah. He says, it'll take it's gonna take more than that. He's like, but that's a good start.
you want a seat on the Lord's Alliance?
She said, look.
I'll give you a seat on the Lord's Alliance.
She said, but you can't.
I'll murder anybody that tries to stop it.
Leo said, so she said, no, don't even talk like that. He said, look, I counsel, some people on Lord's Alliance. He's like, we could talk to them tomorrow. He's like, I can't promise you anything. It's like, but I mean, he's like, look, I know you're trying to strike out one of us personally. He's like, that's not going to work with me. He's like, you need to bring something bigger to the table. She's like, I've got something, and it's good. It's like, I promise. And she's like, but I'm here to show good faith towards an old friend of mine. And, if she needs more proof that I'm being honest, she's like, I will gladly give it to her. She's like, but I mean, this is as good as it'll get for me right here. There she is, your lovely mother. Vashti, you won't even hug her. What type of daughter are you? Have you become that cold and emotionless to this whole thing? She's like, or maybe something's recently happened that's why you're like this now. You seemed perfectly fine when you were at Waterdeep not too long ago.
It's been big. I mean,
I assume my mother for dead. I've already mourned her death. And how do I not know this is not some trick?
You say that, and then she just your mother drops to her knees. Vashti drops to her knees. She's like, I'm here. It's me.
Vesperr, you said yourself magic doesn't work yet.
Our magic don't work. I don't know if theirs does or not.
How would it differentiate?
I want to ask her something.
Oh, sure.
Only.
And your mother?
Yeah.
Good question.
Maybe something only she would know, like, how did her and my father meet?
And she'll tell you the whole story.
And it's legit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes, I check.
Yeah, if you want to roll it inside, you can go ahead.
Yeah.
You believe everyone's words.
I believe everything.
She could be making shit up. You know.
I'd be like, yeah, it's totally true.
With given the circumstance.
She'll tell you, do you remember when you were 8 and we owned the Dancing Dragon and you just really thought that, you were going to help your father out and, to help take care of the place and help run it. And the day you dropped all that wine on yourself and she's just cried and she's smiling about it. She's like, and it dyed your blonde hair purple. She's like, do you remember that?
Oh, you have purple hair.
Like, you could tell, like, she's crying, and you say she has this genuine smile on her face. She's like, and how you would just get so happy anytime there would be new entertainment there, and you would always try to learn everything. Like, she's giving you everything she can to make you believe that it's her.
Just go to her already.
Yeah, I'll go over there and give her a hug.
Oh, are you crying?
Huh?
Are you happy?
I'm happy, but I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna give this internal satisfaction.
So you give her a big hug?
Yeah.
What's your arm class?
Damn.
18.
I'm just playing. And she does. And she gives you a hug, and she smells like she used to smell all them years ago. I mean, and she's sobbing, and your shoulder's wet with her tears, and she can just, all she does is just rub her head up against you.
I'll tell her I'll get her out of here.
She's like, all you have to do is accept. It's like, please. She was like, she tells you, they're being honest. She's like, what's going on is bigger than us.
No, trust me, I already killed a couple dragons.
She said, and then she said, what's a dragon compared to everything going on? She's like, is it more important? She's like, than us being together? She's like, you all I have.
Yeah, so I'll turn to the tiefling.
Akria, she got a big smile on her face, and she got a, yay! Isn't this guy make you guys so happy? That one of your comrades has found somebody they thought was dead to them for years.
So you said, how many seats are left on the
She
council?
says, don't that give you hope? Hope that life will be better for all of us.
Abigail, in my mind, I have to say, like, what if there's only one seat left on the council and we have to make her fight Zolto for it? That would be great.
Okay, so how do we get you a seat on the Lord's Alliance?
No, we have to the Lord's Alliance.
How about I just go with you tomorrow?
Fine.
Is also gonna be there too?
No, his
It's
envoy.
envoy.
Oh, I was gonna say this
And
is
this-
gonna
and
be
the other lady.
interesting.
Yeah. She's like,
No.
yeah. She's like, just let me go with you. She's like, I don't lead the wise men. This guy in the cloak
Who is the guy in the cloak?
is like, reassurance. But, you know, this worked. This was enough.
It's a start. I believe that's what Eilson said.
And he said, yeah, it's a start. He's like, but whatever you bring tomorrow needs to be good. It's like, you do realize that, you know, being a top member of the Zhentarim, that we will arrest you on the spot. She said, there'll be no such need for such a thing. She's like, what I'm bringing to the table tomorrow is more than any of you have got.
You may have the competition.
She's like, no, I won't. Rest assured.
Okay, so as soon as you get a seat, usually some other.
She said, you can take her now. Do you not trust me? She said, because if you need more proof, I will give you more reasons to trust me than what you even realize are available. And she just smiles. She realizes that she's got you guys, just with this. And you can see it, and she knows it.
What do you want me to trust you? You can go get a freaking glaive back from some stone jars. I'm still a bit nickered about that. I guess I was best overgrown.
She'll tell you, do any of you not trust me now? Vesperr, surely you trust me, right? She's like, if I give you a reason right here not to trust me.
Never trust.
I understand that we have a deal right now.
She said, I assure you, after tomorrow, it will be a long-lasting deal.
Lady, do not take offense to this in any shape or form. You're a thief. I'm a merchant.
She said, well, if you were to maybe look at your Greenfield Trade Association, you would realize there are some there too.
I'm not part of it anymore.
She said, oh, but everyone back down south seems to think that you are.
Could you... Do you have anybody in your employ that could bring somebody back?
From the dead? No, we always see that someone who's dead usually keeps their mouth shut. Isn't that the Pirates thing, Dead Men Tell No Tales? It's like, no. It's like, I'm sorry. Even if your brother was to be found, we couldn't bring him back.
It's not my brother.
Then who would this be?
Somebody that has no ties to you and doesn't even know who the Zhentarim are.
And who might this be? Because trust me, they're tied to you. They're kind of tied to us.
The friend.
She said, a friend of yours is a friend of mine. We're more tied together than what you'll ever realize.
It's your sister.
Her name was Arbustia.
Yeah, you love her. We know. We watched you guys when you were here.
Yeah. So.
She said, okay, now you're asking me for things, and I've already kind of lived up to my part of the deal. What do I get from you? What value can you give me?
We can pay.
She laughs. She looks back at her guys, and they all laugh. Coin? You think we need coin?
I'm not saying you need coin, I'm just saying you offer services, and since we're here on peace, I figured why not take advantage of those services.
Your mother, she's kind of behind you, you know, and she whispers, she's like, don't. She's like, did you learn nothing from your father?
I'm not taking a loan out. I'm paying it full up front.
Leosin, he looks at you, he's like, look, I told you that I will try to take care of that. Do not get in anywhere with these guys.
I agree, Vesperr.
I'm not getting anywhere. I don't want any favors. I don't want to be beholden to you. I will pay you off right and out front if you can do it. If you can't, that is fine.
She's smiling, and Leosin's like, you know that's not how they work.
Vesperr, do you really want to ask them for anything?
Leosin's like, look what they've taken from you. Do you not think that maybe this was all part of their plan? She kind of giggles at it. Akria, she does.
As you would say, Vesperr, fuck them.
Yeah,
We don't need them.
I got somebody else who can do it anyway.
Leosin's like, I promise you. He's like, if it takes her coming tomorrow for your mother to come with us, she's like, it's a deal. I promise you that, and I will try to do all I can to bring Ramusi back. You just have to trust me. Agria, she's like, anything else?
Oh,
Anybody else need to make some deals? We're good with cutting deals with people.
I'm on a foreign boat, but that's irrelevant.
You can buy that in the market.
You really cannot. You can't find any magical items much anymore. They not deal with this.
Buy your jumbo.
Like, what's fit in my bag?
So she tells you, we're set. You need no other proof for me to trust me, correct? She said, now how do I know I can trust you? How do I know that tomorrow you guys will take me?
We'll meet you here.
She's like, nah, daytime, no, that's not a good thing. She's like, you, Luda, how about you stay with us for the night?
Oh, bloody hell.
That's not happening.
I would volunteer.
I'll stay with Luna. Me and Luna will keep company with you tonight.
Go spend the night with your mother.
It's better that she just gets out of here.
You should be with her.
There'll be time for that later.
To be perfectly fair, I don't fucking trust you to stay with him.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna leave Luda here by herself with these guys.
Minute, I will take Luda's place. You know where they stay.
She, yeah, you're not important to them like they are to me. You're not important. You have nothing to offer me, merchant. She says, but a harper? Another harper? A Zhent? Because you are. She says, order the gauntlet? No, you have nothing that ties me to the Hordes Alliance. Sorry. She's like,
Luda's not staying.
well, I need someone.
Roland, you stay.
So,
No, I was sincerely like, wow, if he was around that, I would still say that.
Roland, you're capable of staying.
No, you said this was an asshole.
she's like, I prefer Harper. Leosin specifically says, I'll stay. He said, I'm the one that will take you guys to the council, and without me, no one gets in. He's like, I will gladly stay.
You sure you want to do that?
Says, I made a promise to Vesperr. He's like, and I intend to keep it. And if this is what I need to do, it's what I do. You guys have given up a lot to get to where we're at today. And if I can do this one little thing, he's like, I will do it for you guys.
I'm going to turn to her and like go from my normal jovial to very cold and stone-faced. If one harm comes to him, I'll level this whole bloody district.
Hey, Dwarf, there's no need for violence. Has there been any violence yet? Have we seen threatening? Look at the guy here. He's not threatening.
There'll be plenty if you.
The wise guys are looking at you. Are you threatening? Oh, are you threatening? No, I'm not threatening at all.
I will give them a glare to roll intimidation.
So, you can start to work on these guys. But like, I mean, look, if we wanted violence, Vesperr, I tell him he's like, could have got you in the alley earlier, but did we?
That's the only reason why it came to me.
See? There's no need for harsh words, Dwarf.
Just
calm down. Get your beard all entangled.
The Elson will be fine. Whoever stays will be fine. They want to see one of the Lord's Alliance. They won't risk it.
Very, very true. Now, I mean, like I said, I'm all about you putting faith in you guys to put faith in me. You need me to prove myself. Just from this point, I will. I hold all the cards, as much as I hate to say it.
Well,
But you know, a good agent always comes prepared. Both you Harper should know that.
well, it sounds like you have us over a barrel at the moment, and you gave us an offer that we can't refuse.
So, what do I need to do to prove to you guys that no harm will fall to Leosin?
I'm pretty sure no harm will come.
Well, Vesperr, you seem to be the only person that seems to think that. And she's like, maybe it's because you're Zen. You know, we're a family here.
Everything.
You're not her family.
She was like, were you alive when you met us? Were you alive when you left us? I mean, we didn't have to let Osborne buy you. But, you know, we did it as a good token to him, because he was friends with your father. And, you know, but it was a good deal.
Osborne's his aunt. I swear Osborne's his aunt.
Vesperr is not his aunt.
Vesperr is a Zen.
She is a Greenfields Company member now. The Zen's in the past.
She said, let me tell you something, young Harper. You have a lot to learn. She's like, she tells you, just because you're not something doesn't mean that things are set in motion to make you work for certain people. That's how we work. That's how you Harpers work. And if you don't believe me, ask Leosin. What have you been doing for him?
Fighting the good fight.
But why wasn't he fighting the good fight when wasn't it his idea? Wasn't it his plan to infiltrate the cult of the dragon, and then once you found out that they were around Greenest and he decided to go to Waterdeep, who did all the heavy lifting?
He's easily noticed.
You can tell this makes Leosin very uneasy.
I said, whether for Leosin, the seat you've been wanting wasn't even being questioned.
She said, you know, and if it wasn't for Leosin, people that, you know, that caravan would have died. Or Voustier would have never traveled with you guys and died. I mean, am I right?
She's right. The Zen have made me cold. She's calculating.
She's like, I'm telling you.
But also,
You're
once
Zen,
else, and we don't
and-
have to be playing politics, which I really don't favor.
She was like, most dwarfs don't. dwarves hate politics. Dwarves are very straightforward.
You haven't met me, father.
She's like, but I've meant a lot to dwarves, and she motions to the two behind her.
You really haven't been my father.
She's like I said, one way or another, you never realize it, but you're always working for somebody.
There is one thing.
Sure.
Trying to think how to word this. If you were given a seat on the Lord's Alliance, would it be possible? Would you be willing to try to negotiate with Clan Battlehammer about letting us borrow their fire elemental from Gauntlgrim?
Leosin kind of looks at you like insanely, and he says, "What? What does the beast underneath Gauntlgrim have to do with this?"
You told us to wait till the meeting tomorrow.
And she's like, she says, "Yeah, please explain."
Vesperr. No.
She's like, "Oh, no.
Vesperr doesn't care.
She's already spoken up. Please.
Is that any good idea?
Vesperr,
Thank you, no.
This ain't good idea.
obviously, me and you have learned today that I can give you and you can give to me. And let's do this one more time. Tell me of the beast under Gauntlgrim, and I will give you something that you want that you don't even know you want.
Okay.
And maybe it is more important than your precious Vashti."
Elsa does not stay here.
Leosin is looking at you, and he is just like shaking his head no.
Or is shaking his head. No.
Roland puts his hand on his shoulder. He's like, "Don't fall for it."
Vesperr looks at Roland, wouldn't say
It's
anything.
nothing that they're not gonna. It's nothing that they're not gonna know if they get a seat on the Lord's Alliance.
That's very true. I will be in the know of things I don't already know. So, very true. And I can assure you that I will be on the
Let's
alliance.
wait for her to get
So
the
now,
seat. It's more fun
There's
that
a
way.
fire giant.
No, silence.
That don't work.
No, I mean, I put my hand over his mouth.
Oh,
And he's building a
She don't
giant.
need the
he's like,
seat.
you're
Yeah,
fine,
I
your
know.
hand. He's like trying to shut you
Yeah.
up.
I will push him away. But he's building
I'm
a
smarter than
giant
you.
machine.
No.
And he needs
No.
fire
Dun, 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 dun.
Under Gauntlgrim.
I start playing blood bagpipes.
I need the
No,
fire
I'll hold his
elemental
mouth
to
shut.
power.
I will grapple.
Roll off against him here.
There. I use an inspiration.
I'm gonna use. Can I use acrobatics to?
As you do, she tells you, "Dwarf, violence is not welcome here. This is the place of peace. Please take your hands off her." The clerk is watching.
It's not. I'm not hurting her. I'm not being violent.
And she's warning you, get your hands off of her. Leosin's like, just let it go. Go
Don't
ahead.
tell her if she can find out tomorrow like everybody else.
She's like, but here's the thing, if I find out now, I might be able to bring something else to the table tomorrow.
Or not be there.
She's like, I assure you,
She will.
I will be there. Leosin's like, look, I've already agreed to stay, Luda. It's final. You guys will leave here with Vesper's mother, and that is it. As your superior, it's in order.
Look at Vesperr and said, tell him.
Don't tell them. The thing is that it's not our place to speak of it.
Dukes also of the
The
fire
fuck?
giant wants a seat on the
Or
council
will remember this, that you're being a dick.
to form. He wants a seat on the Lord's Alliance as well, so that way you could obviously see the advantage of a fire giant having
I thought a
allies
giant with an arm.
like Waterdeep.
She says, is it an army what we're looking to build? Is that what we need to fight
It's to
Tiamat?
fight Tiamat. He has a giant construct.
You're
And he
saying
needs-
too damn much.
He needs the fire elemental from Clan Battlehammer that's under Gauntlgrim to power it, and he will return it once Tiamat is defeated. But the giants want Tiamat defeated just as much as everybody else.
She's like,
The truth is that this isn't our war, it's the giants and the dragons. We're caught in the middle.
she says,
So we're choosing a side.
she says, is it not our war? Did your town not get raised?
As I said, we're caught in the middle.
She's like,
We need to end it.
she says, no, we're not caught in the middle as long as we can make a truce with Zalto.
That's what I'm saying.
We
Are picking a side.
We have this envoy.
She said, honestly, is there any side to pick? You under the tyranny of dragons or an alliance of all the realms? She said, what would you rather be on?
I kind of thought I'd be made me back.
Exactly.
Okay, so now I've given
She kind of looks at this guy in the cloak, and he begins to talk. And Vesperr, you quickly realize you talk to this man in greenest. He tells you, Lady Skaskus is right. You know, sometimes you realize that you do work for people and you don't even know it. And Vesperr, you're a prime example. Trains you to be a Zit from the start. Trains you to go after the cult of the dragon. And I'd say your tutor taught you pretty well.
It's that guy you fucked back in what's his face.
And he told us he would. Now look at you. You've made it here without him this entire time. And he takes off his hood. It's Osborne Grimsnail's apprentice.
And the guy went on like, he just guaranteed himself to the dead man.
He was like, he's played you all this time, Vesperr.
You had a chance to kill him on that boat. That's the same guy?
This is the guy she fucking murdered.
Yeah.
I know, but anything that we almost killed, we had a chance to kill him too.
I don't know what's going on.
No.
Oh, okay.
No. He was drunk and ordered one to kill Greendale.
Oh, that's, yeah, I would want to kill him. Okay.
He's like, he trains perfectly. Now look at you.
Oh.
We have been studying the cult of the dragon, unfortunately, ever since the caravan your brother was on. We knew they would be an issue. Did we expect it to ever turn into this? No. We knew we needed one person that would go after them and never have ties to us, but still be part of us. Person was you, Vesperr. And look how far you've come, and he just smiles and says, you've worked for us this entire time. You're a true Zin.
Check the weapons.
He said, you know, isn't that your goal to destroy the Zhentarim? Why? Look at what all we've done for you. We've given you the tools to bring down the Queen of Dragons. You've even helped find allies for the Zhentarim. Look. You never do it. You're the perfect undercover Zhentarim agent. Bravo. The wise guys, they start clapping. Akria, she's gives a little golf clap.
No,
She said, perfect.
under ordeal. I think you could lose Greendale, right?
He's had his usefulness. She's like, I'm pretty sure now there's someone else here that wants him more than you. And she looks at Ord.
Maybe we can tag him. As long as he's outlived his usefulness and
He
it doesn't
says,
interfere with this.
Says, Mr. Whitehammer, if it's anything to you, he was there the entire time because he knew the cult was coming. He just needed to gauge what they had. How's that make you feel?
I've got a monster's bloody head on me, bear.
And she laughs. We're not stopping you. She said, so, tomorrow, I see it on the table, correct? I mean, look, I gave you more than what you expected. Leosin is just shocked. And he's just looking now, not only at Vesperr, but at Ord. Because Ord is fuming. And he says, calm down.
We can
He's
take
like,
care of Osborne.
we'll bring Osborne to justice.
We'll kill him.
He's like,
That's the only justice for him.
No, I want them to be. I want them to be the shape.
he says, no, Vesperr.
He's a blacksmith, a craftsman. His
Vesperr,
name means too much to me.
Vesperr, you're not a Zhent. Murder is not the answer. He needs to stay in trial.
His name needs to be smeared across the entire Greenfield.
And we will. Because of him, I mean, he could have prevented this. He needs to face
His
justice.
name needs to be marked in every corner, in every tavern, in every town on the bloody Sword Coast.
As you're getting angry, you're looking at Kira, and she's looking at everybody like shaking their head. Justice, right? This is what people believe in justice for, right? She said, so, tomorrow.
Justice? No, that's not false.
She's like, and I assume by the tone of your voice, you will get all the satisfaction you need. Now, dwarf, do you trust me? Give you something you didn't even know you needed. Give you something that you wanted, right? You didn't even know you wanted it. She's like, you have all the reason in the world to trust me now. For you, the enemy of my enemy is my friend, right?
You also knew.
I'm a Zhent. Should know. Osborne worked for me. Now, did I know he knew the cult then? No. That got to me a little late. And I apologize. She's like, but sometimes collateral damage is needed in war. You have to gauge the enemy. Right, Leosin? You can tell he's just got this disgusted look on his face, and he's like, yeah, you do. So tomorrow, I will see you guys at noon.
At noon.